He's IT manager at Royal Cyber. Good afternoon, good evening to everyone. So today we will be going over the webinar for the Websphere Commerce Search. The first slide is about the importance of site search. So consumers are used to doing search every day on Google and or Yahoo or any other web server, so the most important page on your website is the site, the search site. So if they cannot find the product they're looking for, they can't buy it. Google Analytics shows an average of 60% of the visitors use search features, and 30% of all activity on the website is search related. 70% average exit the site within few minutes if the search is poor. Fast, precise, successful search increases your customer trust. Without effective search, in short, merchant lose business. So in this webinar, we are going to go over the different Websphere Commerce Search features. We'll go over data strategies which can help improve search relevancy, and then monitoring tool to continuously monitor your search results. And then we are going to go over steps to migrate your search, your Endeca or any other search engine to Websphere Commerce Solr. And then we'll provide an overview of Solr architecture and index application. And then we'll go over any questions. So in this slide, basically, so we have Websphere Commerce Search basically performs queries on the search engine uses the search index files, which are residing on the search servers. So the search index file provides search results that consist of structured, unstructured content, and external data. Structured content is obtained from store's product catalog by using database adapters. Unstructured content is all attachment files or file documents. Those are obtained using file adapters and crawlers. And then external contents are the product ratings and reviews, which can be obtained from Bazaar Voice site. And all the content is merged and presented in the starter store page. So in this slide, so in the rest of the webinar, we are going to go over all these different Websphere Commerce search engine basically provides all these different features. So we are going to go over each of these features. The main three users of this sites are the shopper. I mean, shopper browses the storefront to use the WCS search features, and then the IT administrator, his role is mainly to customize the storefront to enhance browsing and searching features. And then from the business side, business users use the management center to work with catalog and marketing content in starter stores. Workspaces are also enabled for business user, which to work on the series of changes in an isolated environment, which they can preview the changes and then submit them for approval. So in the remaining section, we'll basically go over all these features in detail. So from the Websphere Commerce UI perspective, these are the different other features we'll go over. Auto suggest menu, spelling correction, facet navigation, structured, unstructured content, search highlighting, and so we'll go start on these. Auto suggest menu allows so it provides suggested keywords, and it shows products from different categories. It shows products from different brands, and then there is a rich auto-complete auto-suggest, which also shows the pictures for the product, and it speeds up the process of finding the right product. Spelling correction and did you mean feature. So this feature, if a consumer searches for a particular word, and if he cannot find, if there are no search results found, or if the number of results are less, then the did you mean feature gets triggered. It basically shows the very first result. It can show the results for those products, as well as consumer can search for other related search terms. Search refinement, this basically allows you to narrow down your search using filters which are based on brands, category, price, and you can add other attributes by making the attributes as facetable. You can change the sequence of these facets if you want to bring the price on the top, or any other changes like that. And the users can also select multiple facets to further refine the search results. The other option is searching for unstructured content. So if you want to show the manuals, which are like FTP or PDF files as part of your search results, those can also be shown here. So all the attachment, so those are the unstructured content. Other feature is highlighting the search term. So suppose if consumer searches for lamp, those terms are highlighted in the description. So the data strategies is created to improve search relevancy, bringing relevant search results on top. So for that, you have to first find out which fields are best suited to be included in the search schema, what boosting is required for each of those fields, what sort order is the best required, and then what different search rules can be applied for different phrases. So we'll go further detail in this. Search relevancy. Search relevancy score is used in Websphere Commerce Search to determine the ordering of the search results in Starter Store. So business users and IT administrators can work with Websphere Commerce Search to fine-tune search relevancy and improve search results. So here in the bottom, from the Management Center, you can see the relevancy score for each of the product. Based on the relevancy score, the higher the relevancy score, the product will be on is displayed in that sequence. So IT administrators can fine-tune relevancy using boosting, stemming, inventory index, and contract entitlement, and other features. Also by adding additional attributes which has more of the search-related content. Business users can use management tools to influence the relevancy score. For example, they can use synonyms, word replacements, ranking. So we'll go in more detail on that. So as part of the default Solr search engine schema, you have some of these fields, and then each of these has a boosting value setup. You can adjust those values, so and that will the search result will be affected with that. So the default boosting factor basically can be changed, and then respectively the top search results will be updated. Similarly, you can add additional fields if required. Stemming is if you have word which is in the plural form, it will convert that into a singular form. So suppose if your consumer searches for tables with an asterisk, that will not provide any results. But stemming can basically change the tables into TABL, measuring into measure, and then batteries into battery. So stemming is algorithm based. It's not dictionary based, which can sometimes provide strange results. Like for coffee, it can do COF. I mean, it will search for COFF. And the other feature is for inventory. As part of feature pack 6, as IT administrators, they can set up index inventory. Just like the catalog index, you can set up a separate inventory index file, and that can be used to, as part of the query or the search expression, you can filter out products which are out of stock products. So in your storefronts, I mean, if you don't want to show products which are out of stock, or if you want to show a different color, a grayed out color for the items which are out of stock, or for the inventory for the products where you have more inventory, if you want to create a rule that show those products on the top, so those kind of features are available. And then the inventory index is a separate index, and that allows for a quicker refresh time, and that allows for the refresh to occur more often. So typically the catalog refresh can happen from an hour to a day, 24 hours, but inventory index, we can run it every 5 to 10 minutes with a 5 to 10 minutes interval. Contract entitlement system allows you to customize what a customer can do in a store, such as what products they can purchase from a store, the price they pay for a product, and what payment method will be accepted. The default contract typically specifies that the customer can access the master catalog and purchase products at a standard price. And then you can, based on different business accounts, contracts, and business policies, you can show different products and different price in the storefront. One of the example is for for different countries, we can show different configurations of products and pricing and payment methods. Business users can use Management Center to set up rules, and we'll go more on that. So they can set up synonyms, word replacement terms, and create landing pages. So for specific terms, so suppose computer, if you want to show laptops, so when the request is sent from the Websphere Commerce to the when it is creating the search expression, it also includes the laptop as well in that search query. And then the results for both of these terms are returned. Similarly, you can create rules to show clearance item and special order items on the top for specific search terms. And then if you want to, if you want to show a specific brand on top of the search results, for example, if a customer is searching for batteries, we can show Energizer or Everyday brand on the top of the search result. A&B testing solution allows business users to test the response to the site content, promotions, navigations, and more in controlled manner before deploying the new changes to broadly. This is a way for testing the search rules before deploying that into the production environment. And this is also via the Management Center. So after you have all your statistics data for how many different, what all the different search terms are being searched, those can be collected using Google Analytics or the Websphere Commerce Statistics download job. We'll go over this in the next slides. So you can collect that information, and then you can refine your data search strategies to include those terms as well in your search rules. And focus on the search terms which are generating revenue, and improve your. So improving search is ongoing activity, and needs to be done continuously. So download statistic job is basically gets the statistics data on a fixed interval basis. It gets the data from production server to the staging server, and then from the management center you can view that from the staging environment you can view that statistics data. So this is a view of the download status job. It shows that I mean, you can first select the duration, which duration you want to see the status data for, and then you can select if you want to see the top 5 most selected keywords, or the most top 5, top 10, or all the keywords for that duration, and it will show you all the different keywords, how many sessions were generated for those specific keywords, and how many search terms were returned. It also shows what all synonyms or replacement words were used as part of that, as part of the search rules. The top search misses show. This is a very critical one. It shows for the keywords which did not receive any results, and those are the ones which you have to refine your data strategies on, to include these new terms, and see how to best get them on the top, or give them the right search results. These are some of the scheduler jobs which you can set up for your index pre-process job setup. For the migration from Endeca to or any other search engine to WCS, there's no tool as such to migrate, but you have to follow certain. You can reuse some of the components, like in your existing search. I mean, what all attribute from the attribute dictionary of what all fields are currently indexed. You can see from the presentation and the business logic. You can replicate that. You can identify what do you want to use existing features, or what new features you want to add. Dimensions in the facets. I mean, if you want to increase add any new facets, or you can do you want to reuse the same facets. The data extracts, data manipulation, or joining data from different sources, and then rule managers for all the rules you have set up in. You can reuse, create the same rules in using Management Center. This is overview of the Solr architecture. So here is a staging environment. This is a commerce staging server. This is the Solr Search server. All the this basically shows that we are running we're storing the index, generating index files in the staging environment, and then we are running index prop, which basically sends the index files into the production environment. And so we have the commerce production server, and then we have a cluster of Solr servers in the production. So the index replication, we have a master server in the staging environment, which sends the, as soon as index new file is created, that file gets sent to the production environment, and the repeater then sends the index files to the slave servers, and all the search requests from commerce goes into the load balancer and then to the slave servers, and then so that's the architecture. So this basically shows so the different jobs which are run, the DI build and DI build and index prop basically create. DI build generates the index file in this staging environment. Index prop sends the index file from staging production, and the index files that's replicated into the in the production. The index file gets replicated from the master to the slave Solr servers, and then there is a polling interval between the master and slave servers of 60 seconds. This basically shows a comparison of different search engines. In the Solr, so from the price perspective, speed perspective, the features perspective, customer extensibility, and then all the different features. So this basically brings end to the end for this webinar, and it really shows the list of all our existing clients, and I will open the webinar for any questions. So, any questions from anyone on the? So I've unmuted the line for everyone. Let me. Any questions from anyone? If not, we will end this webinar session. Thank you all for joining. There will be a polling. for a list of questions. So if anyone has any specific questions on any of the slide, you can tell me right now, and I can go over that.
Yeah. North American headquarters.
Okay. Yeah. I'm just going through the polling questions, and we'll be done with this webinar. Okay. Thank you all for joining, and have a great rest of the day. Bye.